Well, good afternoon. It's a matinee game between the Wildcats and the Owls. Joining alongside me is Nathan. Nathan, we have been expecting this match to be a little bit different compared to most games because, as you know, the Wildcats are going to come in with a lot of defense, not going to shoot for a lot of threes. Break down some of the things you noticed from the start team for Bethany Cookman.
Well, FAU is riding a two-game win streak. They beat Mercer last Saturday. They beat UNF this past Sunday. It's been a lot of sloppy play, though. Coach Sullivan trying to work some not sloppy play into her team, really trying to just clean the turnovers up, trying to improve the shooting consistency a little bit. And it's a good opportunity to do that here today as they try to go for a three-game win streak on their home floor before they go on the road.
Before they hit the road, we got all the action, so make sure you stick around here on our social media. You can follow us on our radio. Make sure you're checking us out on all the platforms, and you can catch it live for free. That's right, for free on our radio. We'll have more right after this. Well, this will conclude the end of the game. FAU taking a huge win against Bethune-Cookman. The Wildcats could not sustain enough offense and generate a well enough defense. Nathan, this was a game that really, when we had that first quarter, Maya Perry with the back-to-back threes, I thought that was the nail biter, believe it or not, for me in this game, just because it really put the team in at such a far reach distance that it made feel probably the Wildcats felt, well, one, probably mentally demoralized in the sense that we're like, well, how are we going to come back to start off such a strong quarter, and how are we going to reach them? Nathan, what was your thoughts about the end of this game?
Well, Maya Perry definitely spearheaded that 29-6 run in the first quarter. That's what FAU outscored against Bethune-Cookman in the opening frame. And obviously we saw the energy kind of shift in, I would say, like first half of the second quarter with the Wildcats. Started to chip into the lead. I'm pretty sure they had it down to as low as like a 15-point lead. But FAU quickly responded. Maya Perry in the first quarter definitely spearheaded that. But we had players like Amaya Lewis, Aaron Rodgers really take over, especially in the second half, and really just put this game away. And what not only was a much-needed win for the Owls, it was a much-needed blowout win as they beat the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats by almost 30.
Well, we talk about the big blowout win and all the success they could find. And, we're going to go ahead and now send it to the post-game conference where we get to hear from Coach Sullivan along with Maya Perry and a short post-game interview with Aaron Rodgers as they get ready to prepare to head onto the road against Stetson.
Great start for us at home. Really excited about the win. We talked about a lot of things after North Florida that we wanted to improve on going into this game that really didn't necessarily have anything to do with Bethune, and we were able to do that, which we were excited about, capitalizing off turnovers, finishing offensive rebounds, and obviously shooting the ball better from the free throw line. So just really pleased and excited and encouraged and excited to continue to work with this group.
Maya, you really shook off a bad game against UNF on Wednesday with the blazing, especially in first quarter in this game, and really spearheaded that big run in the first quarter, really extend the lead. What was your mindset going into this one?
The players don't have two bad games in a row. So I just worked hard in practice, brushed it off. It's going to happen. Look for my teammates.
Coach, when we first spoke in the preseason against Fort Lauderdale, we talked and just kind of touch it back on Aaron Rodgers a little bit. For you as a coach, seeing how the freshmen are starting to kick in here and really rub off from the veterans, and as a team, it seems that the chemistry, especially with the starting in the beginning, was phenomenal. So for you as a coach, how do you want to continue to develop that chemistry as the season progresses?
Well, I think from this game, we kind of talked at halftime. For me, the first quarter and the second, too, that first half was probably the best we've seen ourselves play at one time. We see spurts of it in practice. We see spurts in games, but for a whole quarter, maybe a quarter and a half, that was really cool to see us being able to get to the line and finish, shoot the free ball, move the ball. I think from this game, we didn't do it for 4 quarters. Third quarter, we had a lot of turnovers, didn't do a lot of good stuff. But I think for us, continuing to build on what we saw, you're encouraged by it, and trying to obviously get that to span over the course of 4 quarters in the future.
Question for you, Miles, as well, touching on building up that chemistry in the play. I'm going to be honest with you. I was doing the play-by-play on the radio, and back-to-back threes. I was off my seat. I was hugging Nathan. I was like, oh, my goodness. That kind of chemistry, invokes a lot of emotions for the team. How did you see from the beginning to the end that you wanted to bring that energy?
I think really it's just everybody wants to see each other win. It doesn't, like Coach said, it doesn't matter who's having their night. We're all going to see each other on the floor, and it just happened to be me and Aaron's night that night, but everybody's going to have their shine.
Coach, Amaya Lewis had a big game, especially on the defensive end. She had 2 straight blocks at one play. She had 3 blocks overall in the game. She led the team in rebounds. Do you think we'll see more of her going forward, considering her effort and just her size?
Yeah, no, I think Amaya's doing great. I mean, Amaya's probably of all the freshmen the one that is really having to get used to the speed and the pace of the collegiate level. But she can make plays. She can make plays out there, and I think we kind of saw that today. So, yeah, I'm excited to see her growth. I think the sky's the limit for her. No, it was great to see that. I didn't even know she had 8 rebounds. So after the game, I was not surprised, but I was very excited.
Her
for
and
her.
Aaron.
Yeah,
was
but the
amazing
blocks were
glass.
incredible. She's got a great feel for it, so it was really fun to watch.
Hey everyone, I'm joined alongside me now is Aaron Rodgers. What a game it is, coming out a huge victory tonight. You know, one of the things that stand out to us that first quarter, Maya Perry was getting those threes.
Yes.
You started feeling that energy, and you as a freshman to see Maya Perry step like that, what kind of influence do you get in this game?
Like I look up to her because when you're able to produce like that for a team and get the team hype, it only makes the team better. So like I know like I want to be able to make plays just like she made, so I can get the team hype and build that chemistry so we can get big wins like this.
So one of the things is that I was talking about during the broadcast. I was like, you know, when I first saw you in Fort Lauderdale in the preseason game till now, it has just been absolutely phenomenal to see how much you continuously grow and your potential. And just in that fourth quarter, when you're getting those shots in and getting those passes, for you, what is it that motivates you to say, I can keep going and that I want to stand out as a freshman?
Just really the feeling that I get after making those plays. It's really just something that I truly desire. So if it's having to find that second, third gear to make that play, I'm going to make it because I know if I do get tired, I can make a good play and then somebody else can come get me. But I'm not worried about making bad plays and all of that. It just keeps me in the game, keeps me motivated.
Keeping yourself motivated, and you've done a fantastic job. Aaron, thank you so much for taking a couple minutes, just a quick check to see how you're doing. Welcome to Paradise, of course, if you being new here with us. And hey, don't forget to make sure you're following the women's basketball team, seeing their great success so far, and then a huge win against Bethune-Cookman. The Wildcats take the loss, and Rodgers, congratulations.
Thank you so much.